Then special. Please don't treat us special. We don't want to be treated in any special manner. Treat us normal. Interesting observation. So whenever you think of army, the first thing that comes to people's mind is, can anyone tell me what comes to your mind first when you think of a Fauji?
Uniform.
Discipline, time to time, right? Anything else? Sacrifice, bravery. Okay. Pardon? Oh, great. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. लेकिन आज मैं इसको थोड़ा और इंटरेस्टिंग बनाऊंगी rather than making it a very stiff collar thing. And I will request Niyati ji, half an hour के बाद थोड़ा सा मुझे एक हाथ दे दीजिएगा so that I start winding up, because I just, whenever I am in midst of my tribe, I lose track of my time and I don't want to do that. Okay, so very interesting observation. Officers' mess is generally a place where we have our all three meals, especially in field areas. That is a place where, it is a very sanctum sanctorum of any unit. So, this incident or observation that I'm telling you is rooted in the breakfast times of an officer's mess. So, generally, when you enter an officer's mess, you will find that there is a waiter who will come to you, sit down, he'll offer you a glass of water, and then ask you, what would you like to have? Now, breakfast is a time that every bachelor or the officer who is not married has to have breakfast in the officer's mess. So it is not like the corporate organization jahan aapne, take away le liya, or you're having your burger, or you're having a meal on the go. No. In officer's mess, you have to sit and take that meal. Now, this observation is about the breakfast time. So one officer comes. And as I'm telling you, I want you to understand the different kinds of responses. And why have I taken this example of breakfast? Because as this is the first decision of the day, it tells you how many different kinds of people are there taking decisions in different ways. Because this is a very important facet of a leader, decision-making ability. So just listen and enjoy. So one officer comes, sits, waiter is pouring water, and before he can finish pouring the water, this first officer in a very clipped accent would say, 2 poached eggs or 2 boiled eggs. Because he knows what is the question, before that only he replies. So this person goes and gets the breakfast. No confusion. Very clear decision making. The other officer comes, sits down, waiter pours the water and asks, "Sir, anda kaise lenge?" Now there are only finite ways in which a person can take the egg, but the way decision is made. Now the person says, "Okay, I'll have a boiled egg." And then says, "Nahi, make it fried." So he says, "Sir, single fry lenge ya double fry lenge?" "Oh, make it double fry." Now the waiter is roaming around. He knows very soon the decision is going to be changed again. He says, "Acha nahi, usko double fry karna." Waiter is still not sure whether this is the final decision, and he's waiting. And then the person says, "Acha nahi, omelette lana." He says, "Okay, an omelette." And then he starts talking. By the time the person comes with the omelette, he looks at him and he gets angry, very temperamental. "Who asked you to get an omelette? I asked for the boiled egg." And he said, "Saab galti ho gaya, main lekar aata hu." And then he says, "Koi baat nahi. Now that you have gotten it, I'll eat it. But pay attention from next time." Another officer comes. Person asks, "Saab, kaise lenge anda?" And he says, Eggs Benedict. And he says, साहब वो तो कुक को बनाना नहीं आता. किसने बनाया उसको कुक? ठीक है, चीज ऑमलेट. Okay. Last officer comes, waiter asks the same question. This one looks around. और लोग क्या खा रहे हैं? अच्छा ठीक है, मेरे लिए भी सिंगल फ्राई लेके आना. Now, this may be an interesting observation, but it tells you how many types of decision makings are there. There are some who are very decisive. There are some who are quick to decide but are temperamental. There are some who are very fickle. They keep changing their decision. And for their juniors, they are the curse. There are some ex-Benedict type who do not take into account the resources at hand and have very high expectations from the team. There are some who are very democratic. They are very risk averse. So now, in all your domains, ladies, you are all leaders. Don't take this story just as a fun observation, but there's a very serious learning behind it, that correlate it with what kind of leader you are. Think it over. What is the leadership style that you have? And I'm very sure that when you will think back, you will realize what makes your team grow, what makes your team irk, and how much scope of improvement you have. So, for a leader, the first thing that is very important is a decision-making ability. One thing that differentiates a good leader from a bad leader is the problem-solving ability. Everybody wants a problem solver. Nobody wants a problem creator, either as a leader or as a team. You think of your own teams. Would you like a problem creator? No. अगर आपकी टीम में कोई प्रॉब्लम क्रिएटर है और वो छुट्टी मांग रहा है तो आप उसको सबसे पहले छुट्टी दोगे. हाँ हाँ जाओ जाओ जाओ. And one person who is actually holding everything together and the man Friday, you will say, जरूरी है जाना. Right? Be part of the solution. As a leader, and especially as a woman, there are many times when people, the world has a very set idea about all of us. Will women be able to take difficult decisions? Women, be present where the action is. Never try to have a remote control working of your teams. It's very important for you to be part of your team. Be present where the action is. You know, in army we have something that how a Jawan is going to address you. So we do not have a madam or we do not have a sir. We are addressed as Saab. So and it's very interesting, whenever I ask people how's the Josh, people say hi, and then they say, oh, sir bulana hai ki madam bulana hai. But the key is that it is the respect. आप सर बुलाओ, आप मैडम बुलाओ, आप मर्जी कुछ भी मत बुलाओ, but you respect. And the respect only comes when a leader knows the job. So in army, especially as a woman who was very newly into this domain, अब आप देखो, when I joined army, that was the year 1994. Very few women were there. I'm 77 number lady officer. That time पहली 100 भी नहीं थी. It was a very small cohort. Mane, in million strong army, we were just a drop. Not even a drop if you compare. 25 girls used to pass in every batch. Everybody was watching us like an eagle. Will they? Won't they? Can they? Can't they? क्या ये पापा की परी बन के रहेंगी? या ये एक्चुअली सोल्जर ऑफ इंडियन आर्मी की तरह काम कर सकती है? So for everything, every small decision, every big decision, We were under a scanner. Imagine how difficult it is when for everything you have to prove yourself. Every time you have to prove yourself. When I reached Leh first, I was the first lady officer in high altitude area. First lady officer from the logistics wing to be posted to high altitude area. The first thing that my commanding officer said to me was, "We never wanted you here."
God.
First thing, I went to him, I saluted, I reported. He looked at me, put down his glasses and said, "We never wanted you here." It was not against Yashika. And it was not a discrimination also. Poor man was worried that, oh, I have got one working hand, I have lost one working hand here. Had there been a male officer, things would have been easy. Now this girl is here. What is she going to do? Now, it would have been better had there been a male officer. Not realizing that I have volunteered to go to high altitude because I had overheard few officers speaking, not aimed at me, but within my earshot. But मैं जब सोचती हूँ मुझे लगता है it was aimed at me only. And they said, now these girls are here. Who has taken them into army? They are now going to take over all our peace postings. We will have to do double time field areas because these women are now going to be posted to easy postings. And we will have to do double time hard work or field area posting or difficult area or counter-insurgency areas. And then I thought in my mind, I said, no, this has to change. Because it is such an initial age. If now we don't hold the bull by the horns, slowly, gradually, it may become a norm. And you know what was the scare? So in army, we all have got a number. Right? Every army officer, army jawan is known by a number. If your spelling of the name is wrong, but your number is right, then your number prevails. And there are two kinds of commission in Indian Army. One is a permanent commission. That is you serve, for 32, 33, 34, 35, 36 years, depending on the promotions that you are getting. Second is the short service commission. That initially was only for 5 years. Then if you do well on the same parameters, you may be permanently absorbed. Or after 5 years, you can by choice leave also. Now, the Officers Training Academy, Chennai here, trains the short service commissioned officers. Right? The type of commission you get is short service. So that number is prefixed. If it is permanent commission, it is prefixed by IC. What is IC? India Commission. Can you imagine when your number is prefixed by the word India? President's Commission. Nobody can take it away from you. You are like, oh God, you feel on top of the world. And from Officers Training Academy, when officers pass out, their number is prefixed with SS. That means short service. So women were getting trained in OTA, shoulder to shoulder with the men folks, but we were not getting short service commission number. We had a very different number. And this different number was WSES. That is Women Special Entry Scheme. सबसे पहले the thorn in the heart was why my number is prefixed with W, that is women. आदमियों के आगे तो आप men नहीं लिखते. Then special. Please don't treat us special. We don't want to be treated in any special manner. Treat us normal. Entry scheme. We all know by the word scheme that it has a very temporary ring to it. Chali chali nahi to dabba gol. That is the nature of a scheme. And so when I heard men speaking that, they are not fit to go to the field areas, I volunteer. I said, I want to go to a field area. Difficult area. So it was a time when army was also experimenting. And when I volunteered, I got high altitude and extreme cold climate area. माने आप जहां तक देखें आपको सिर्फ आदमी नजर आ रहे हैं. Women were only either medical officers or nurses. And I said, okay, now it is good. So when I enter my CO's office and I salute and he tells me, we never wanted you here, it gave me double time confirmation in my heart that I am at the right place.
Oh, wow.
This is what needs to change. And it will only change if I give my best. I don't have to do anything special. I just have to do what is expected of me, not try to hide behind the weaker gender, weaker sex theory. My uniform is same as men. From day one, I'm wearing same uniform. From day one, I have the same stars. From day one, I should get the same responsibilities. From day one, I am to lead my team. And from day one, I have to work hard enough that the men whom I am commanding, they should not feel ye to madam hai. They should just feel ye saab hai hamara. And when they called me saab, and ladies, there is no feminism in it. Pardon me if anybody feels that there is feminism in it. But in army, when your Jawan calls you Saab, you feel I have been accepted on the equal merits. And that came to me with my sweat and blood. This is the story when the Battle of Kargil was going on. And I was in my second trimester of pregnancy. 4th, 5th and 6th month, totally aligned with May, June, July 1999. The 3 months when we had Operation Vijay, popularly known as Battle of Kargil. I had my elder son with me, who was about 2.5, and I was pregnant with my second pregnancy. My husband fighting a battle in Dras sector. It was actually Murphy's Law. Anything that could go wrong could have gone wrong. You know, high altitude pregnancy is very different. It's lack of oxygen, rarefied atmosphere. And for your body to convert iron into oxygen, or for your hemoglobin, you need good amount of oxygen. Now in high altitude, I was told, you must not have anything that is rich in iron, because your body will not get that much oxygen. And you may have just 3 situations here. Either you'll have a special child as your baby, because oxygen is less. Second, you may self-abort the child. And third, which is a very rare, that you will have a normal pregnancy. Because we are the people from plains. Our body is not genetically tuned to high altitude, 14,000, 15,000 feet. It is not made for that. But the only thing that kept coming to my mind was, this is a normal pregnancy. Nothing will go wrong. And my commanding officer calls me when Kargil happened. All postings were stopped. Everything was standstill. Though I had completed my 2 years by then. But this is redemption. And he calls me and says, if you are not up to it, if you really feel, Yashika, I can take up a special case from Army headquarters and we'll get you posted to a peace area because of your physical condition. I said, sir, please don't take away this moment from me. When we get trained in academy, we are always trained for battle. We are never trained for peace posting. जब हमारी ट्रेनिंग होती है तो हमें सिखाया जाता है कि लड़ाई होगी तो आपका क्या रोल है. एक गोली एक दुश्मन. As logistics officer, your role is to equip fighting forces to fight an effective battle against enemy. You are not trained for peacetime. You are trained for the battle. I said, sir, please don't do it. Please don't do it. And he said, okay. I said, I was hoping you will say that, because I want you in my team.
Wow.
And that is when you feel that I am accepted as a professional. So my respect is coming from my seniors. And imagine when a pregnant woman officer walks. In my one hand, I would hold my elder son, a carbine in another, and your baby, unborn child in your stomach. You know, everybody's spine just stands erect. And that salute that you see and that pride that you see in your Jawan's eyes, I think मेरा जीवन उधर ही सफल है. And one of my Jawans comes and says, साहब आप किसी साहब से कम नहीं हो.
अरे वाह.
So you feel that your work will get you respect. Your decisions will get you respect. You only have to do what is expected of you. In Indian setting, we generally treat women as softer. बचपन से हम difficult decisions नहीं लेते.